everyone, I'm gonna show you how to do science, I guess. So there are two formulas we're gonna use: inelastic and elastic. Inelastic is when an impact of two items, when they meet or collide, like collision, they stick together. While elastic means that when one hits another, the other moves, basically. So if a problem says that they're sticking, it's inelastic. So you would use this formula. If it's saying that it's like, what you call this, they're not sticking and one is moving to the left or to the right, then you are using elastic. Okay, so first we're gonna use inelastic. And I already wrote down the given. Don't forget to put the given down. Okay, just write your given because it's a word problem. So this is the form you're going to use: m1 multiplied by v1 plus m2 multiplied by v2 equals 2, parenthesis m1 plus m2, parenthesis final velocity. So let's start. So if we have our given, you just replace the things. Okay, so let's just replace this immediately. It's actually pretty simple. So just continue doing this. So if we are given like this and walay for like gihatag sa VF, you're basically finding your final velocity. If thinking on like how fast ba na, or how fast it's going, then, or if it's asking for velocity, then you're basically solving for your final velocity. Okay, so you would use your calculator because there is no way. I mean, you can if you want to mentally do it, but or like write it down. But like, it's better if you just have, you know. Okay, here. So first, we're gonna solve this one. 8,500 plus multiplied by 13, and you end up with 110,500. Plus 3,000 multiplied by 0, which is 0, equal to 8,500 plus 3,000. $11,500. Just gonna put it in our parentheses. VF. So what you gonna do with this? So kung gihatag na, diba? If gihatag na. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what's the kuan ani niya, it's, wait, let me just represent it better. It's on 500 kg.ms. This one is just kg. 1,500 kg VF. So you need to kind of bill in this, diba? You're gonna bill in the VF. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna divide both sides by 11,500 because you need to bill in VF by itself. So 11,500 kilograms on this side and the other side too. Just so you know, I already took out the 0 because regardless, you're gonna end up with this when it's 0. 7,500 kg. So we're just gonna divide this. So this one to this one is just, you're gonna be left with VF. So let's divide 110,500 divided by 11,500. Okay, we're gonna use this one. And you're left with 9.61, 2 decimal points, please. So 9.61, what's the sign? You're gonna cross out kg because they both have it, and you're left with ms. Better yet, VF equals to 9.61 meter per second. And that's your answer for if you're answering for inelastic. Okay, time to answer for elastic. So remember, in inelastic, it's when the collision sticks together. But in elastic, it's where if it has collision, one item or one vehicle moves to the left or to the right or the front or the back. Basically, it just moves apart. It doesn't stick together. So first and foremost, I don't know if this is the right formula I'm using, but it will follow the same process. Okay, so we are given, I already wrote down the given, but when you're reading when you're reading a formula or a word problem, ang first nga state, like let's say, ang first gi state is your mass, like kilogram. So that's gonna be your M1. Ang first speed, meter per second, is gonna be your V1, and it's just gonna follow, basta. And if in a word problem it says rest, you're gonna assume that's zero, not that it's okay. So we're just gonna immediately do this. We're gonna replace everything. So M1 to V1 is 0.8 kilograms. Then 4 meter per multiply for 4 meter per second plus M2, which is 0.8 kilograms, and then V2 is still 0 meter per second because it's on rest. And then the other side, it's same thing, 0.8, but it's like V2 ang M2 ang gigamit, M1, sorry, just replace lang. And again, we're still finding final velocity. It's long. So immediately, we're just gonna do it. So 0.8 multiplied by 4 is 3.2. 3.2, whenever you multiply kilogram to meter per second, you're left with kilogram point meter per second. That's how you write it, huh? Plus 0.8 kilograms and then 0 equals to 0.8 and 0 and then 0 plus 0.8 VF, 0.8 kilograms VF. Okay, so diba 0 mana. So let's just write it down how it's supposed to look like. 3.2 kilograms point ms goes to 0.8 kilograms VF. Again, we need to say it like, we need to leave VF alone. So again, we're just dividing it by 0.8 kilograms. 0.8 here and 0.8 here. So I think this one's actually pretty obvious what's the answer. So we're just going to cross this out. And VF, cross this out, and that's 4 meter per second, because you're also crossing out the kilogram, which is why you're left with 4 meter per second. That's basically it. The only difference is their formula and their meaning. That's it. And for the other word problems where like it's comparing like which one is bigger, like let's say a bus and a car. A bus is like, we're just gonna assume, okay, 2,000 kilograms, and it's moving at like 60 meters per second. I don't know. And then a car is like 1,000 kilograms, and then it's moving at a speed of 75 meter per second. Which one has like a bigger momentum? So all you gotta do is you multiply these, multiply that. So like 2,000 multiplied by 60, you have 12,000. What's the sign here? Kilograms per meter per second. So we do the other one. 1,000 times 75. You get 75,000. fit like that. Right. Okay, yeah. Sorry. This one is actually 120,000. Tingala ko. 120,000 kilograms. So how would you represent that if the question is which one's bigger, and then let's say the bus, like this is the bus and this is the car. How would you represent that bus is greater than the car? That's basically how you do it. Okay? Just multiply. It's just multiplication and division and addition. And that's it.